two important groups. I've got my leadership team right here, the leaders of this college. I've got one of my board members, Mr. Charles Brown, here with us. I've got several members of the Richmond Community College Foundation Board that help provide us the resources that we need. I've got the most important people here in the room today. But the ladies and gentlemen sitting at this table are students. And I want to give them a big round of applause. As we look at what we're going to do, we're going to zero in on Richmond and Scotland County. And that was a great job that our folks at NC State have done in giving us the big picture. Let's zero in a little bit. Talk about how these bonds will help impact Richmond and Scotland County directly. If you look in this handout, I'm smart enough to do this one. Why invest in our college through these bonds? So if you look in the handout, some of this is going to be redundant. I'm going to fly through it. At $350 million for our 58 community colleges. They used a formula to divide that out based on three major factors: enrollment growth, the economic condition of the counties, and the age and condition of the buildings. We had 7.22 million. That's more than three of our neighbors almost combined. So this is a favorable formula for our college because we have grown in enrollment, we do have aging facilities, and unfortunately, we're suffering from economic distress. After our rapid growth, the last 3 or 4 years, our colleges reached a plateau in enrollment. And it's for one simple reason. We have no more space. We're saturated. So the investment of this $7.22 million into Richmond and Scotland County is going to allow us to bring new programs, new growth, and new opportunities for these students and our future students to come. This graph shows you, going back to 2007-08, what our enrollment growth has looked like. And I think it paints a clear picture. I've got a couple of quick graphs I'll be able to share. Our enrollment, unduplicated head count, 2013-14, it's all 2 years old. 50% higher than where we were in 2007-08. The last building we added was the Grimsley building for health sciences in 2006. Then we added the Honeycutt Center in Scotland County, which has been a real boon to us. Our WED, our economic workforce and economic development, our continuing education enrollment, it's grown dramatically, but it's leveled off. Again, lack of space has been a driving factor. High school enrollment. These are the students that are taking college classes while they're enrolled at Richmond Senior High School or Scotland High School or one of the private schools. 5 years ago, we had 51 students. This fall, we had 372. Taking advantage of free college classes here at our campus and on the high school campuses themselves. Our early college high school enrollment, which I think is universally seen as a success story, reach in Richmond County, surge in Scotland County, dramatic growth. It's now maturing and stabilized. But more importantly, we're graduating people. People are finishing. We had a record enrollment and a record graduation number this past year. And as a result of that, we even have to divide up and have 2 graduation ceremonies. But it's a picture that can tell 1,000 words. This is lunchtime on the main campus in the J.C. Lamb Student Center as folks are fighting for tables and fighting for chairs and fighting for space to have somewhere to sit down and eat. So how are we going to use the bond monies? Well, our first step, we went back to our facility master plan. We didn't just dream up ideas of, oh great, we got bond money, let's figure out what to do with it. Our board of trustees have approved facility master plan based on real needs. We need new and expanded classrooms, labs, and shops. We need a new student career and transfer center. Right now, there's only room in there for 3 people to be at one time. We need expanded room for the Richmond Early College High School because they've expanded their enrollment from 50 to 75 a year 2 years ago. We need additional student testing space. Now, what's the key word in all these is student. So every item that we're talking about is going to directly impact the most important people in the room, our students. Here's our students standing in line at the lunch wagon. Now, we've upgraded. We didn't have a lunch wagon 3 years ago. We didn't even have that. We had vending machines. And he does a great job. But how'd you like to be standing in line today or tomorrow in the cold to get something to eat? Now, these students are smiling and nodding because they know what I'm talking about. It's great food, but they'd rather have it inside. So a cafeteria is a high priority for us. An expanded bookstore. Right now, we can't let about 10 or 12 students in the bookstore at one time. The heads are nodding because there's not enough space. It's stacked to the gills. New and repaired parking lots. Right now, we can't have a main activity or function in the daytime at the Cole Auditorium because our students are using this parking lot for parking. And that limits our ability to take advantage of this wonderful venue. Faculty office space. Right now, we've gone from triple decking to quadruple decking faculty in offices. And again, I see heads nodding because these folks have seen it. Chillers and boilers. We have too many old, inefficient systems that need to be replaced. Another picture. Real life, showing our students not a seat left available. So what's the impact? It's going to give us more course options in Richmond and Scotland County. It's going to give us space. Right now, I can't develop any new programs. Mr. Brown, we talk about it all the time at board meetings. We don't have any space to put any new programs in for 21st century jobs. With new improved services, we're going to be able to help students stay in college and earn that degree. The improved efficiencies will save money, and unlike our universities or any other state agencies, the counties are responsible for our facilities, for our physical plant. So this will have a double whammy. Not only is there no impact on the state tax increase, this is going to save county taxpayers money. The Richmond CC Guarantee is going to roll out to high school graduates this year. Those students that graduate from high school or residents of Richmond and Scotland County have a 3.0 GPA and complete 2 of our dual enrollment college courses will earn free tuition and fees for 2 years at Richmond Community College. We're expecting to see an increase in enrollment from that population as we expand access and opportunities for these students. And lastly, economic growth and development opportunities that will create jobs in Richmond and Scotland County. So here's the bottom line. This has been the first bond referendum on the ballot since 2000. We put that money to good use. We're going to put this money to good use. It's not going to be a state or a county tax increase. As a matter of fact, it's going to save county taxpayers. Mr. Cook, that's an important issue to all of our leaders in both counties. It's going to be a major return on investment. It's going to pay long-term dividends, and it's going to be beneficial for not only our college, not only our students, but both our counties in a real and tangible way. So, as the presenter said, as Dr. Stewart said, as Travis said, we're going to be looking for speakers. Sign me up. I'm ready to go tell our story, and I'll be glad to entertain anybody's questions. Thank you so much.